Good morning. It's like 3 times the charm. That's what just happened there. We're going to get right into the cards. But I kind of do feel like I need you to go up a little. Maybe not. Why does it look like... Why does it look like everything's so close to you guys? I had to have zoomed in. All right, hold on. Okay. I don't like that. It's crooked. Close your eyes. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Hot day, new moon. I know. Happy new moon. Happy new moon. Maybe I can put that there for a little bit of... Take a little bit of the stuff away. Okay. Happy new moon. Let's see. I kind of want to do like a 333 type deal. So 369. I could do like within the last 3 days, the current 3 days, and then the following 3. Let's do that. He said, marry me, Juliet, you never have to be alone. Wonderful. Okay. All right. So I think I have the 24th through the 1st. So this kind of goes to the 3rd, kind of like peeking into... let me edit it, peeking into July. Okay. No particular order. All right. Happy new moon. Happy new moon. All right. Crystal grid. I'm hearing crystal grid. Yeah, crystal grid, crystals. We are at the peak of the new moon. People say full moons tend to be rougher. New moons can be just as tender. So you have to be just as gentle of yourselves as well. Like a lot of new things take off of me around like the new moon, but it doesn't mean they follow through or the energy is going to last. Because if you're not getting rid of certain stuff with, the full moon and asking and doing some clearing and getting in tuned, I keep hearing crystal grid, so you guys might want to look up different ways to do a crystal grid. Let me just fix this wire. So let's see. Last 3 days meshing into your current energy. God, I feel like I haven't done cards forever. Forever. I just got pulled to Prince of the Church, I think. All right, flexibility, peace. Balance. So you could be trying to find that type of energy. I'll get into that. Because this doesn't feel that peaceful and balanced for some reason to me. I'm going to actually attempt to clarify with these. Tell me about flexibility in the last 3 days. Yeah, peace. Tell me about peace in the last 3 days. You have adaptation. Let me get one more piece for the next 3 days. The last 3 days. That's like an octopus too, though. And you got cunning. Yeah, see, like, something's going on with this piece. I don't know if you're trying to be flexible. Somebody else was trying to be more flexible. Can you tell me about balance, please? Heal, family, freedom. I don't know if I want all these. Let there be peace. Didn't I say something about Prince? Doesn't Prince have a song? Oh, I gotta love when Prince comes in to join the fucking crowd, huh, guys? It's wild to me because I was never a Prince fan, and it's like he just chimes in once in a while, so thank you. But like, he's one of the ones for sure that chimes in with me, which is just so fucking wild to me. So I don't want to take 3, but you do have family heal freedom. You could be getting away from something toxic, just trying to heal, trying to keep the peace, but very like cunning energy too. Like I'm not super crazy about that one when it comes to peace. So I don't know if you were trying to make peace. Let me turn this up for you. I feel like it's too low. It's too dark. Did I just make it darker? Yeah. I'm so sorry when that moves, guys. I know it's super fucking annoying. And this table over here is not working for me. A little side table. Probably just put it on top of the table. Might be a smart idea. Oh, I just felt like I got distracted like yesterday. Someone may look at you as a distraction or somebody's distracted. Tell me about balance in the last 3 days. One more for balance. So confidence and intentions. I noticed we have a squid. Well, it's more like a jellyfish and an octopus and a sea turtle. It still feels like watch out for vertigo. It still feels like something. What is this piece about? Can you tell me what this piece is? 7 of Pentacles, mild dissatisfaction, reassessment. Four of Cups turning inwards, discontentment, dissatisfaction. Good morning. So it's like thriving for it, but you weren't getting it. And if you were, what's like another word for like fake? I feel like tricking yourself, or because this is also saying like be careful where you invest. You could have felt like you missed an opportunity, but if you did, that's a good thing because that situation won't bring you peace. If you or somebody else was trying to make peace and it wasn't reciprocated, then there's too much going on in somebody else's brain in the sense they're just investing elsewhere and they don't want to talk or they can't be bothered. I like the balance card, especially with confidence, because that's like, all right, go out and do it. Put your intentions out there. But I feel like this energy is still sitting with you guys. What happened with balance? Or is happening? We have the Joker, which is like the Fool. Taking risks, harvesting trust, reversed, foolishness, love you, upright.
We have bagels or anything?
Unlimited potential. No. We might have everything bagels.
Yeah.
No?
Huh?
Everything bagels?
So we have steak and cheese?
I think so, yeah. Do you want one in a few? Like, because I'm doing 3 different sections of a reading, so I can take a quick break in between. Okay. So you have the Joker as if like trying to create balance. Tell me what happened with the Fool. Tell me what happened with the Fool. Daily beloved. Yeah, like joy. Celebration, company. And I just heard Daily Beloved. That's Prince, right? Daily Beloved. Is that a good song by Prince? So you're going to find some type of balance here. It's just not associated with what possibly you thought would be. Tell me about cunning. What happened with cunning? Or maybe this was like, all right, I'm going to have a new start. Friends, family, just celebrations, graduations, birthdays. You know, cunning, 6 of Swords, moving on, travel, mentally getting out of a release to a better place. Yeah, so some things didn't pan out here. And this could be your own thoughts too, like being entrapped in your own brain. It doesn't have to be with a job or a person or a lover or a friend necessarily, right? But just know in this situation, we gather here today, dearly beloved. Is that a good song though? Is that like talking about like going to the chapel and we're gonna get married? Going to the chapel. Is like that what that's about, or is that like a funeral? It's called Let's Go Crazy. Is that like a good thing? What's the meaning behind Let's Go Crazy? Prince song? Making the most of life and finding meaning even in the face of chaos and uncertainty. The depths, the themes of good and evil, the good and evil, and the struggle in between. Yeah, so this is, definitely a struggle bus, but trying to find the happiness in between every day. But I just feel like if something hasn't subsided yet, like a person, place, a thing, it will. You know how like when people get to like enough's enough, and like it doesn't matter how many times you say it, like there's always that one time where enough is enough. So don't think you lost an opportunity here if this is you seeking for something. If it's somebody else, it would be their loss. I don't know if spirit interfered there. I mean, I'll get a little more into it, but what's this intentions? Because this feels like, remember guys, this is last 3 days, and if it hasn't happened yet, this is your current 3 days or the remaining 3 days, right? We're doing 3-3-3. Paying attention to detail, focus, practice, 8 of Pentacles. Focus on work. Could somebody else be focused on work? Yes. But I think for you to find this balance, this peace, this flexibility, you have to focus. It's almost like if you have the balls to reach out to somebody. What's spirit trying to say? It's almost like if you have the balls to reach out for somebody in the sense of, you might be rejected. You still have the confidence to do it. It's just not what, maybe you just didn't know what, maybe you thought it what. Someone here, it's with someone and someone else. Others of you, I mean, it's definitely your mental peace, but this is definitely telling me really got to focus on work, paying attention to detail, focusing. I've been seeing, I clicked on this mushroom fucking ad. I think one's like Avari. I don't know. Another one's like Pure. They keep popping up. And it's just like a vitamin, like in the morning, And it's like the mushroom coffee I was doing. So I might attempt that, but I want to look into it because one company comes out with it, they all fucking do. You know how that goes, right? So also do your research. If you want peace and flexibility in your life and good intentions and putting yourself out there, you need to adapt differently to what's going on. There's fears here too. confidence. You have the 7 of Wands, strong beliefs, defense, mysteries, big egos at play. It's a no card. Too many rivals. Maybe somebody doesn't have the confidence that... Let's look at it this way. Maybe it's somebody that doesn't have the right confidence here. And then there could be you not enough confidence. So let's go to the somebody else and not you and see what that confidence is on their end. Because it could be none. You know, big ego, too many. Oh, my throat is about to shut down. So somebody's throat chakra is not activated. Somebody doesn't have the guts. Trapped. Yeah, stuck. No options. Unforgiveness. Somebody could be holding the grudge too. So if it's us and us spirituals, and this is our confidence in regards to our strong beliefs, what's going on with us? Puzzled, confused, perplexed, conflicted. So that it's mutual, but yours isn't as rough. Okay, so there would have been consequences to bad choices or mixed signals here too. So whatever this is tricky as fuck. I don't know what this is for you. I knew I felt it right off the rip. I just couldn't tell what type of vibe it was. But, and the peacock is brilliant fucking energy. It's like such a blessing. So I think you need to spend more focus on you, gardening inside, tools, turtles, tools, housework, cleaning. Maybe try mushroom coffee or mushroom gummies. Maybe even just try mushrooms, like microdosed mushrooms. My doctor told me to do that. And I'm like, what's the point of that? Because even when I take the mushrooms, it's like, it's not like it used to be, because it's just like some medication I'm on. But all the more reason to probably take them, because it's not going to have me trip. But I'm getting your main reading here is focus on you. You want joy, you want happiness, you want flexibility, you want peace, you want this confidence, you want this, energy where you can begin to adapt again, because it feels like you are probably going after something, a job, a person, a place, a thing, a thought. And you thought it would be good for you. You thought maybe there'd be an opportunity there, but there isn't. Even if someone hit you up 2 days later, the opportunity is gone. Like I said, it feels like one of those things where you can only say enough's enough, or I'm dead, or you're dead to me. I've only done that, I think, once or twice. And you say something like that, and then I don't know if, somehow you forgave this person or yourself or energy, a family member, a friend, a job situation, a coworker, but then it's all of a sudden like explosion. I don't think it's an explosion for you. I think it's somebody else's loss. I'll put it that way. It's not your loss. I'm also getting like the 5 of Wands with this 4 of Cups right now, especially when I was thinking of work. So there could be some arguments at work, or, attention to detail. Be very careful with attention to detail here. I actually just got pulled to the train again that we did yesterday. I just got pulled to TNT. TNT with dynamite. But no, regular TNT back in the day. TNT with a little freaking wolf. Used to... Speedy Gonzalez. Was he a mouse? No. It was like a wolf or something, or a coyote went really fast and pressed the TNT in like cartoons. But I don't know what's going on with this train. I don't know if there's going to be an explosion with a train, or if it's, the railroad, something with the tracks. Like, how you see the sparks on the tracks when it's trying to slow down too quickly? Something's still happening with the train. Or for those that are newbies, I'm Courtney. Welcome to my channel. I have a deck of one of my first decks, this woman that was on a train. I'll use that to clarify this too. She made this deck. She only has 2 decks. She has the animal guide one, and then she has this other one I have right here. That was one of my first ones. And this woman, I think, and that's her second one. Animal Oracle. So I have the book. I forget exactly what this one. Oh, look at the snake, guys. That was a big message yesterday. And her whole journey, when she made this deck, I'm not positive if she was on a train or not, but some type of trauma or torture happened to her on a train during some part of her life or a past life, because all her focus, this whole deck is her being extremely depressed and trying to find a way out. And it was all on a train. She had me on a train for weeks in my dreams, for weeks. And then it was kind of scary because, just getting to start tarot and needing to sleep with your decks and like cleanse them and learning this stuff, like it's intimidating. And you are supposed to bond with your decks, guys. Like put them in your purse, do this, like put them near your bed. You are supposed to do that. Not just cleanse them and be like, oh, fuck it, So that's how you would get really good at like channeling too, because you have that connection. You know what each card is saying. That's why I say you don't need a book. Anyone tells you to read how you're supposed to read tarot, don't be foolish this day and age. Honestly, get whatever deck you want. Put your intentions in it. If you don't know your intentions, just ask for, good vibes. And if there's negative vibes in this deck, and if you want me to work with them, help me through it. Help me understand what she's trying to put out there. So if you ask me, when she made this deck, it was out of depression. But I also found my way out of a lot of shit using this deck too. I'm not gonna lie. So, not everybody that makes a deck is like super like go happy. There's always like childhood trauma. There's always unconscious things, subconscious stuff. You're conscious in the modern world, maybe with being artistic and drawing and, things like that. I still want to make my deck, and I still know my pentacles, what they're going to be. And I actually just saw not a train conductor, but way back in the day, like 60s, 50s, where they have the stopwatch in the pocket with the chain and they have whistles. Something's going on with the train here, guys. Has anything happened on the news with the train? Because we didn't get back to yesterday's read. I was fucking exhausted. Like, it's pulling me to the one that just happened. What was it? Ohio a year ago, where all the toxins spilled out. Okay, so before I get to this deck, paying attention, focus, plastic, energetic. You could be disorganized here, topsy-turvy, messy. This is the Queen of Wands, or rattled. Career-minded. I like that this is career-minded with this 8 of Pentacles. I know it's diamonds, but it's Pentacles, and that's clubs, which would typically be Pentacles, but for some reason it's a playing deck. No. Where did I get this one? Because that's Pentacles again, and I wrote Wands. There was a deck that I really liked that was different. Like you would typically say 7 of Clubs, right? You would just assume that that's Pentacles. But there was one particular playing deck I wish I could remember which one it was for you. Not like Gypsy, but it went way back to like way back in the day when they first started using cards. So, career-minded, Eight of Pentacles guys, like, but on the negative, you know, rattled, topsy-turvy, disorganized. On the upside, if you put your intentions where they need to be. So this is telling me the last 3 days, you haven't had very strong intentions on anything in particular. And if you did, and it was just one focus, it's probably not what you're supposed to be focused on, or you didn't focus hard enough. I don't, if it's focusing on a person, that, no. This to me is about you, your mind, what you need, what you want, what you've been going through, what you're seeing. I don't know what's going on with this train. I just saw a bubbler too. Like, I don't know if like in the subways they have like public bubblers. Fucking gross, but I'm going to the public bubbler. Fuck that shit. Yeah, you got the world. So this is a congratulations, believe it or not. It's like a completion. Oh, damn. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. Your ex-husband. Yeah, my ex-husband. His husband's dad was a train engineer. His name was Charles. They call him. He had his wife, child, and canaries in the ropes. Wow. 1903 to 1998. Wow. Yeah, there's something definitely there. And we've been talking about the train globally, and it's not a coincidence. I met somebody over the weekend that works with trains, with railroads, not trains, but railroads, which the train rides, right? Tell me any advice for the world. You just have to focus on yourself, your personal self. Yeah, Mother of Pentacles. Take care of yourself, nurture yourself. Take care of the family, yourself. Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck, but it is reversed, so I do like that. It's coming out of that energy. So something here did make you sad. It did cause sorrow. This energy could still be happening. I mean, some of you may have been seeking somebody else for peace, but I don't think so. This would be more like just trying to seek peace in general. But I do feel like there's a person attached here for some of you. I kind of had a situation like that last couple of days. But I was not like cunning. I was just more the Six of Swords. You know, definitely like bent out of shape. Like, oh, you know, back to this, you know. My own fault, even going in that direction. But I wasn't looking for peace or balance. I was just looking for energy, that person's energy. And that energy sometimes can balance me, but it can also sometimes throw me the fuck off. I just heard ship overboard. Ship sinking, guys. Am I missing something here? Trains came in yesterday and the sinking ships came in yesterday. You know me, I don't watch the news, so this is positive. Let's get your best advice before we go to the current 3 days. And remember, guys, all this is energy is just meshing. This could be the last 5 days for you and not 3, you know? This could be the last fucking 30 days for you. Last 3 weeks. You know, it's like the current energy. It could be like now, or it could be, you know, 3 weeks from now, 30 days from now. You always got to give it time. But this looks like it feels pretty dead on, if you ask me, considering the ships and the train. Best advice for my spirituals. Take root. Prosperity grows where the roots are deep. Invest in a foundational skill or knowledge. Depth brings abundance. And that's what I was kind of saying here. So this is like a congratulations. This is like a waiting congratulations. You know. So your main focus coming up and right now as of today, if you want this, create it. Change your mindset. And I know, easier said than done. But not really. If you put your intentions there and your focus and you stick to it, it'd be more simple than you think. The journey might, be a little bit of a struggle or confusion, or that could be that conflicted energy, but like it will just take off here. Somebody clearly wants to know what that card is. What's the card? Gold digger. They want your money being used. Somebody could be stuck on something else. I'm stuck on stupid, and stupid stuck on me. Wow, I haven't said that in a very long time. Best advice for us again in regards to this. Could have sworn that just flipped, but it did not. Eerie graveyard. As life transcends and we fall into a silent embrace, the old attachments die, finding closure in grace. I think that's beautiful. So this is some type of closure, and I do feel like, not to like really get into it, but I do feel like certain energies are going to attempt to come back around, but they were meant to be closed out, guys. Regardless of somebody, I just didn't have the confidence, or I was scared, or blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. It's closed out. I can tell something here is definitely closed out. This person, place, or thing. Done. I think that's a very positive thing for you. And it could just be a thought, guys. Just a thought. And if it's an older thought of like an older person or the past, or, thinking you're holding on for something, you will eventually make one more mistake and attempt to go their way. And that's okay. We all do stupid shit. But it does suck when there is like unconditional love in a certain situation. And, it is what it is. Things like that are meant to come together, but it doesn't mean that they do, because everybody makes their own choices in life, and that's facts, destined or not. It's only destined for so long, believe that. All right, so I gotta go make Caden's a bagel real quick, and then we will do current 3 days. It shouldn't take me longer than 5 minutes, guys. He does like his bagel. Toasted, though. Just give me a minute. I have 2 minutes. Buddy. Have you seen my razor, my electric razor that's still in the box? No, I know you're not stealing my razor. Have you seen it? Obviously. Alrighty. Alrighty. You're welcome.
Huh?
You're welcome. Hold on, guys. I gotta look one more time for this fucking razor that I bought. And my mom wants to use it, which makes, perfect sense. I haven't been able to locate it. Oh, fucking dirt in that bin. It literally makes zero fucking sense. I could have sworn I took it upstairs. No way, it's just my watering can. Let me just look in this one. Let me look in this one. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. I really have no fucking idea, buddy. Alright, I have no fucking idea. I just got sip of water. Alright. Sorry about that. What did I say? Hopefully 5 minutes. Hold on, I have to sit next to my fan real quick. Holy shit. Oh, I just saw all this fucking dirt. Just give me a minute, guys. I just gotta. Just want to pee. It's so fucking hot up here. Is this fan on? Fucking pointless. Where's my fan controller? What the fuck? I'm gonna turn this way and swing you and turn up. I'm back. Sorry, guys. Alright. I'm back. 5757. That's a message for you. Alright. Let's do current 3 days. Marry me, Juliet. We never have to be alone. I'll be waiting. All you have to do is phone. All right. Current energy. Give or take a day or two. Current energy for next 3 days. Shine. Ancient wisdom. Source. Okay, so focus has definitely shifted, and if it hasn't yet, it will. protection at the bottom of the deck. You have 2 healer teacher cards, which is huge. Master healers. So you have that wisdom, you have that wisdom, you have that source, healing. Okay, so something drastically is going to change, and it might not feel drastic, but it okay, so not drastic. What are you telling me here? Yeah, no, it's drastic. Now I gotta figure out how I want to read this. How do I want to interpret this? Because you know how before I could instantly tell, like, the energy wasn't like, oh, awesome, this is this. No, I'm not getting that, but I am getting shine in a good way. I'm getting all of this in a very good way. It just feels nonchalant, like, yeah, right. Tell me about shine for the current energy. Shine for the current energy. And it's what you put your mind to. Okay, so the sphere here. Tell me about this. Shine, please. You have the bear. That came out yesterday, so that's good because it's almost like an awakening with the bear. And then didn't I say something about a wolf earlier? I do feel like I do have wolves that do protect me. And not even as a spirit guide, or not even as like a spirit totem. Like, it's an animal totem. I mean, it's just wolves are always by my side if I'm having like a crazy dream or I'm unaware of something. And that's why I bought that wolf photo. Because it just spoke to me. So again, there's an awakening, but it's like, oh shit, but you have this. I could see why something here is intimidating. You could be a really good healer. You could be, tell me about healing. Just with the master cards out here. Heart healing. So I think you're good at it. Sexuality. I don't think anybody's here trying to find their sexuality. You could be, right? But this could be also, you working with LBGQ something. Like, it's just something like that, right? I don't think anybody here is like deciphering, do I go this way or that way? But could be. But I don't think that's the bigger message here. For sure, this is about some type of fear you have when it comes to deciding what course of action. You could teach, fucking sex classes for all I know. Like, I didn't ask to be a love guru, but I became one without even knowing it, but it's fucking exhausting. You are protected, okay? Music at the bottom of the deck. I did just get pulled to Selena. Gomez. Selena. One that died in the plane crash. And then Selma. Hi. So S. Shine Source. Letters were coming out the other day for us too. Something with the letter S, possibly. Can you tell me about this sexuality, please? Defined. Scorpio card. Tell me about heart healing, please. Defend. Sorry. Patience with heart healing. Protection. Create. And just healing. So you guys are going through some shit. And protect. So protect your heart. Protect your space. I mean, these are big messages. Tell me about ancient wisdom. The divine is with you guys. So if you guys aren't so spiritual and you're just kind of watching, you got provide and transform. This is more for my spirituals. If you're not, this is heavy, heavy spiritual energy. This is us all day. So it could just be, again, the new moon energy.
Okay.
Love you more. If you're not spiritual, you know, you may need to let your own guard down, open up, take things in. If you're scared, you know, it's okay. You could be going through an awakening. You know, push through. I think that's like the best I can give you, because right now this is about my spirituals that crave love and know how to work with depth. This isn't matrix depth. This is a powerful source depth. Ooh, death. Yeah, see? This is it's a brand new me reveal. You're about to reveal something, or they are. This could be something new where you thought about doing one thing and you went to the other. Now see your instincts here. You got love at the bottom of the deck. Damn. This is so heavy with spiritual, energetic, even projection, that this might even wake some people up, and they don't. For those who don't even know what that even means. I definitely don't know how I'm going to read this. Let's tell me about create, please. Chakra reboot. Activate your heart chakra by choosing a new path on your walk or picking a new book blindly. Reconnect with the power of nature. And again, you have heart healing, heart chakra. You might want to listen to, you can listen to binaural beats. I would suggest more nature. Like, I typically listen to some type of like rain at night. This isn't like it can be with the music and the whales and the dolphins and all that we discussed the other day, but this feels more you don't have to try to. This isn't trying and listening to certain things just to awaken your heart chakra. This is having to put energy into it, thought, dismissing things, defending who you are. You're very protected here. Don't let anybody in from the past. If it's something new, maybe not. I'm not going like 2 years. You know this person 2 years ago, and they come back and it feels new to you. No. Only let in the stable energy you're aware of, and the new energy that puts an effort into wanting to build upon a friendship, a relationship, a situationship, like whatever it is, a coworker, Be very careful. This could be something very karmic too, in this sense, because we did wrap it up with the world and karma, like you going in a new direction. It's almost like the divine's kind of going to take over, but it takes over when you write a list of, I'm hearing do's and don'ts, but that's not what it is. Write a list of, well, yeah, do's and don'ts, house chores, but this is more about business, yourself, your health, your security, your emotional, physical, spiritual mindset. Let me take you there in the midnight. Let me take me there. Heaven's calling. I know it's Madonna. Just like a prayer. Your energy is going to switch to like Lucky Star Bonita. Lucky Star Bonita. Spanish lullaby. Tell me about Source, please. What do you want us to know? Because they might even reveal something to you. Listen to your instincts here. Power play. Covertly manipulating the situation behind the scenes, guiding the course of events. Stay calm. So they have a big power play here, guys. Source is definitely up to something. Didn't I just say that? Like it's out of your hands, but it's in your hands. So try to stay, listen to music, binaural beats, nature, go outside, talk to your plants, nurture yourself. Not like take a bath, nurture yourself. That's always positive. So yeah, you can start there. But this is huge. It's kind of out of our hands. But it's in our hands. Like divine gives it to us, situates something. In the midst of this chaos, you're also transforming, going in a certain direction. But like stay calm. This could be feeding off the energy of the fear. But if your instincts is telling you to like go, 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 then go. And if it gets overwhelming, put it down for a minute, walk away. Tell me about ancient wisdom. Like it's already provided to you. Like you can transform something here. I'm actually here in the world, wisdom cube. Soon you will face a choice regarding it as solving a manufactured cube. Explore them all angels to unveil the right path. So you're being led. So whatever's gone down in the last 3 months for you, 3 weeks, 3 days, this is a huge turning point, whether you feel it or not. Those who are going to feel this are those who put energy into themselves where their focus should be, where it hasn't been. And I can tell you for damn sure, my focus in the last month has figuring out like lack of comfort, all that has only caused me more pain. And I say to myself, like, Court, what the fuck are you doing? So this is the opposite energy where you could still be like, not woosah, dull. You feel dulled down, but you're not. This could be like, I feel so alone without it being out here, but you're never alone. It could be part of a lesson. Hi, Moses. Hi, Butter. Hi. You want to say hi to everybody? Look at Moses. Look at Moses. He's a Redfoot Taurus. Sheldon's a leopard. They're my babies. They're my babies. Let's see what the lesson would be here for you, if there is one. Because this is the one like that has the alone card. So you have service. I feel good when I help others. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Yeah, you just went through something thick. And then you have envy. I am the same as everybody with different challenges. So you could be envious of a situation. I was, kind of embarrassing to admit it, but yeah, I was. So let's get on the same page, guys. Let's not stay dilled down here, because this type of, I'm hearing extraterrestrial intelligence tracker. This is yours. This can't be taken. What are you waiting for? Oh, don't run over Moses. Moses is somewhere. Oh, take him. Some of my water.
Yeah. Yep. Courtney,
Yeah.
think if these lights fall in the water, they're going to electrocute your fish?
No, they've already fell. They're waterproof. It came with the tank. I don't even like lights like this, but they are. That's why they came with the tank, because they're the safety ones. It doesn't even look dirty.
Oh, yeah, it does.
It does?
Yeah.
But also let them know I put in almond leaves and Indian leaves for tannins to lower the pH. Taking a picture.
Listen, I'm going to have your butt in the picture if you keep standing there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, if the guy is cute and he likes my butt, give him my number.
I don't think so.
Just kidding.
Idiot.
All right. Well, you know what you come up with. But don't forget that I put the extra tannins in there. Tell him.
Tannin.
Yeah. It's what leaks from, it's what leaks from all the driftwood in the leaves. It's extra tannin. Because the medication I was using wasn't my pH down. You want me to text it to you?
No.
Okay, my pH down with the medicine wouldn't work because of this.
This is something
the
different
CK.
with pH what you have going on.
Well, right, but I put a lot of extra tannins, and that's why it looks like now. But you're right, it's never clear.
It's never been fine.
Right.
Yeah, one day.
But this is darker
when the fish
because,
put the water in.
right, but this is darker with the tannins. Thank you. Okay, I knew my dad would hate that one. But yeah, I hate to admit shit like that too, right? So it's like I wasn't looking for somebody. I just assumed I would find somebody or something. I don't even know how to explain it, guys, but I remember having that, conversation with you guys. So yeah, it's a little embarrassing, but yeah, I was a little envious of other people's situations. And I think it had a lot to do with not my lack of confidence in this and that. I'm hearing power play. Didn't we just have a power play? Convertently manipulating the situation behind the scenes. They are guiding the course of events. So stay calm. So it's out of your hands, but this is in your hands at the same time with your mindset in regards to the last 3 days that ended around 38 minutes. The very first read. This is the second. Okay. So it's a challenge that I had to find my way out of, and I've never had that challenge. Does that make sense? Like, it's never been a challenge for me to have a guy in my life, but I feel like it's just not the right guys in my life, which makes sense, right? I did meet a new one. I met quite a few, and I didn't take any numbers over the weekend, except for one, because we were going to hook up and grab like a drink the next day, or meet up at like a bar, which we did, but I don't even know how to feel about that connection per se, because I just dealt with that whole past life not a past life. It's got to be something of a past life, but I just dealt with that whole like I wasn't in 3D. I wasn't in 4D. You know, like it was almost like my brain's in 4D but I'm stuck in 3D with everybody from the Matrix, like, but I'd already known everybody. It was just complete deja vu. Okay. So, and I've had quite a few awakenings in the last month. I think maybe 3. I don't think I've ever had so many awakenings in a short amount of time, guys. You know, so whatever tunnel fucking tube dryer fucking lint sheet we were in was fucking the fuck, you know. I really didn't think I was gonna get sucked into another one like that, but I now know why I did. You know, all the reasons why I stopped myself from moving forward. And I'm not embarrassed to even say that. Like, this is real life. Like, no matter how powerful you are and how you come into this world with, you know, wisdom, knowledge, I'm hearing not love, sanctuary, something like that. We're all going to experience something. Like, every time I start something new, you know, it's fucking brilliant. But I don't stick with it and then I go to something else. But I also know that's not me either. If those who have been with me for the last 7 years, you know, every single channel I've created boils down to each one makes complete sense. Now, do they teach me the hard way to go about this stuff? They sure as fuck do. But my brain works very differently. And they have to get my brain on track with my energy. And I think that's what's been a struggle for me. And not to mention that I took those months off with you guys. You know, did I need the break? Yeah. Did I really do what I needed to do during that break? I don't know. Because my next project, both of them have just been sitting there. For Dallas Method's been sitting there for almost 3 years. But then I think to myself, can I do this every day? And I know I can, but that stops me. So this is telling me whatever. So with my spirituals is all different categories, right? If you, anything like in my circumstance, this is just telling us like, we're good, we got this. I don't know what we went through, what type of situation we had to go through, what type of transformation we went through, what type of, you know, DNA cells were activated or decreased. Like, it's, you never know when you're this connected to the galactic. It's like an operation, you know, and it's not something that happens overnight. It's like walk-ins, or what's the other one where you switch bodies and you mesh souls for a certain amount of time, or you allow another soul to come in and take over and do your job if it's meant to be done. But I feel like if that job's meant to be done by you, do it. Because if you're feeling some sort of way, you don't want an energy to come in and take over for you, because you'll never be the same person. And I know my career and my success had to come later in life because of my children, because my children and animals take priority when it comes to me taking care of them. They don't take priority over myself. And I know not everyone's gonna agree with me, but guys, if you're not happy, truly happy with yourself, your kids will never break conditioning. They will never see what they're supposed to see. They will just repeat, and you're the one dealing with it, and you're the one telling them, I've been through this, and blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you this is how it gotta go. But you can't listen to that shit either, because they never broke conditioning. That's why our children do it. I broke conditioning, and it took years, fucking years, but my brain was already adapted for that. So like this reminds me of like I feel lonely, and it's like we're never alone. And again, that's that card in that deck, and it didn't come out. So if you do feel lonely, right, it would be temporary because there's just too much going on. Like think about what's going on in my life, like the car accident that I thought I walked away from, and I didn't, taking myself off certain medications and switching and, seeing what works and what doesn't, and dealing with pain. And they still want to do a spinal surgery, which I am like, refuse to do. And my next thing for pain is opioids, which I refuse to do, so I've been through a lot. My mother's dying, I've been here since she's, had the cancer, and that was 3 years ago. Well, it would be 3 years in October 2025, but, she's out of options. I know I'm supposed to be launching this type of stuff. I've had a couple sessions with court. I mean, there is a lot of things that you guys have no idea, like, court situation with multiple things and this, and it's just like, it's so fucking overwhelming. And I don't know if that's where my lack of comfort came in, but I think Spirit's not going to allow certain energy into my life, to be quite honest with you, because, and I'm sorry I'm making this about me, but this is the truth, and this is how we relate, and this is why I am who I am, and this is why you guys are on this fucking channel, and we're very aware of that. So if you're a newbie and you can't deal with what I'm trying to explain, or it's all about you, I mean, like all about me, like this is embarrassing, guys. This isn't like something I want it to be all about me. I've always used me in other scenarios to get through life, for examples. And that's where I've helped hundreds of fucking people in this situation. Okay. So, you just have to go for it. And I know, and not like, okay, I'm going to go. Not unless you're ready to just go, right? It's knowing that you're dedicated, like me with Dallas method. I'm completely dedicated, but haven't followed through, knowing that all I have to do is, it's already legalized, all that shit, I just have to put like a marketing video together. I gotta fly out to Washington, get some stuff situated there, but I gotta do it. If it fails, it fails, but I know it can't fail. All the science that I put into this over the last fucking 3 years, it blows my mind that nobody has picked up on this concept yet. So it's meant for me. So it's kind of like, court, what are you doing? So even if somebody new was to come into my life, it wouldn't be fast and furious unless it was meant to be. And that was somebody in my life that would uplift me and empower me. But that comes from me first. But it's just a bonus when you have another energy in your life that, plays part of something. And you got loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. But that's the card. It's not your card. This is the card. And I've been feeling this again here and there, just because I had a huge blowout with like friends, family, certain things, and it's just because I stuck to my belief and I defended certain things. And, people are probably like, oh my God, I have to put her in a fucking loony bin. It was bad in the household for a few weeks. Which made me fear even coming home, thinking like, was I really going crazy? And then, talking to the doctors, and I still have post-concussion, and I'm still dealing with some memory loss and what did I say and all that stuff. But I got to give it time. But for me, like a whole year and not seeing it get better is very frustrating. It's very depressing. It's a lot. But if I was to put my focus just on all work, I guarantee that would change. And I know for a fact I have to do that. So for those who are resonating with this read, you'd be here for a reason. And please take my word that this is temporary. And this isn't an awakening like, oh, I just want to go home awakening like in the beginning of our journey. It's not that type of loneliness and I don't feel this or that. It's not like that. It's different. It's a different part of an awakening because you've already had so many awakenings, whether you're aware of it or not. If you're just starting a journey and you're on my channel, you've already gone through some shit. But I can't imagine there's going to be too many newbies on my channel because Spirit's already been taking me off of this and took me off for months. Think about it too, you know? I'm still going to do tarot, guys. It's just my main priorities will be helping humanity in a different way because I've already helped with the love guru part, right? And how to love ourselves. And we've already learned that. So we're definitely at like a higher level of intelligence and knowledge on we know how to move forward. I hope that makes sense to you. So the only one holding us back is literally ourselves. And that's always the case. And if you feel like it's another person, you know, or you don't want to go in this direction because of this person or this thought, like you're not living life. You know, it's unfortunate that you're holding back, especially if you want to go after something or you love someone or you don't, but you know, you have a kid's father, a kid's mother, a business partner, a coworker, you know, people work in big businesses and, you know, people hook up with people at work, even if it's like no fraternity, you know, but it's like still working together. You know, so this is clearing your own temporal, I'm hearing fallopian tubes. Last weekend was very fertile too, so heads up there. I'm hearing there is new love coming in for sure. Could be just a new best friend, an animal, a lover. Petunia. That's a flower, but wasn't there a cartoon, like a little pig that was like Petunia? I'm so sorry, I didn't see that. No, thank you. I'm just going to wrap up YouTube and I'll be up in a little while. Petunia. Was there a cartoon with a pig named Petunia? Petunia Pig. Yeah, there was a cartoon. She was supporting the character from Looney Tunes. She was first appeared in 1937. Porky's Romance. Okay. I don't think that's it, but spiritual meaning of a petunia. Resilience, protection, and love. Certain colors carry additional meanings. It brings good vibes, enhance well-being, and connection with the spiritual realm. So again, you know, if you come across some petunias or, you know, print a picture off from your computer of a petunia, you know, and put it somewhere where you see it every day. That feels like an important message for somebody. So we're at 1:33. I'll do 30. All right, so the remaining 3 days, for some of you, it could be 3 weeks. It could be 3 months. It's 333, right? But I'm intentionally reading on the next 9 days, 369. Last 3 days, current 3 days, remaining 3 days. But again, it's like my 333 videos that I used to do, past, present, and future. But I am getting something with the 18th or within like 18 days. Because if I have 9 days here, I'm going to say give or take a couple days, right? So that would be like 6 to 7 days before the 9 days, 3 days before the 9 days. And then after the 9 days, okay, so I think this is within 18 days. I think this is what they're telling me. This energy that I'm about to read is gotta be. Yeah, this remaining 3 days is within the next 18 days. Do I think for some of you, it could be like the whole gestation period of the 18 days total? It could be, which means like this would have started maybe on the 23rd, 24th, and would go to like this second week in July, possibly like even the 13th of July. Where's my calendar? Yeah, this 18 is important. Almost well. It's not my calendar, it's my calculator. So June, if this is within 18 days, and I'm reading the 25th through that. Yeah, I'd go the 23rd to the 30th would be 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 21 days. Third week in July. All right. But others of you, that was the point of what I was just about to do. If it already started for you, I'd say the 23rd, then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, the 18th. 18th day would be the 11th. So some of you second week, some of you the third week, this energy is going to go to. We have intentions. Intention. Memory. I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an just will capture me. I'm also seeing a honeybee. Hey Siri. Spiritual meaning of a honeybee.
As an adjective, spiritual means relating to or affecting.
I can't stand that does that. Super fucking annoying. Spiritual message of a bumblebee. Also hearing queen bee. Hard work, productivity, rewards for your perseverance. The ability to achieve the seemingly impossible. Yeah, so I love it. And that's with memory. Okay, so it could be all of a sudden like, damn, getting like a water dam. Make sure there's water outside for the birds, the bees, fucking crickets, trees. One more. Transform. One more for transform. And one more for transform. Patience. One more for believe. One more for memory. And one more for intention. You're going to have victory in a situation. You just have to be patient, and you got stillness too, right? So your main objective here is really to it's like remain calm. It was the whole other card, like that, be calm. Do you believe in love after love? Guys, I've always said I'm that person. God, I hate when I'm like a huge example and I embarrass myself, but I am that person where I would rather keep loving and getting hurt and continue to love than to like never love again, right? And then the other day, I think I even said something to like, I think it was Ange. I don't remember who I said it to, but like, I feel like I just turned into that person where I just don't want men in my life anymore. Like all of them have been such a fucking disappointment. Even no matter how great they seem, you know, there's always a lesson or I'm a catalyst. So I've been through the fucking ringer with fucking men and I'm over it. But this is saying like, don't give up. There's still something here. It could be memory, it could be dreams. Do you believe in love after love? You know, that type of stuff. So again, it's like I just went through that whole phase and it's very fucking depressing. And I don't even know how I fucking put myself into it, to be quite fucking honest with you. In the still of the night. Definitely, again, crystal grid. I'm getting pulled to, it could even be that shape. Water barrier. I'm getting pulled to like these intentions, like serious intentions, moon rituals, just rituals in general, crystal grids, sigil work. Something's gonna come to you, and you're gonna be very victorious with how it starts or completes itself. Why, Budsky? Come on. Disturbed. I don't know. There might be something here disturbing too. But like not. What made me say that was my dad with the fish water. He's literally taking my water in. Even though I'm telling him tannins, but he's right. It's never been like right. But I also have sand, dirt, and I clean their shit like every day. So it's that type of disgust. Is that what I was saying? I don't feel like I used that word. Concerned. I don't know. Let's do the path of shadows first. Because a lot of people don't like that patience, right? When I was first became a reader and every time divine timing came out, I'd want to throw my fucking cards, beat my head with a fucking broom. You know, like this feels different. This is like, you know how to be patient. This is going to take time. But you jump into it. Like maybe it only take a couple months to get used to something or to adjust to something, but it's happening now. And then that victorious energy comes in within a couple months. Stay patient, stay strong. Why the fuck did I have to go through what I went through? Like it's wild to me. Because I'm just not like that person. So I already knew something was off. But last weekend, that connection I made, it's probably nothing. But like I said, the whole weekend was deja vu. And even asked me, like, why didn't you grab anybody else's number? And I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't interested. You know. And he's just an acquaintance. He's just a friend. It's not more than that, you know. So he's coming into this read. But I think it's in the sense of deja vu, guys. It's recognition. It's, I wouldn't say it's accept. I was going to say accept. Acceptance. with an A. It's coming out way wrong. Or is it just a silent A? No, acceptance. Acceptance. Okay, anywho. Pipeline. I'm hearing pipeline. What the fuck? What do you guys think of that message? Pipeline? Pipeline. Lost pipeline. Like, that would be like, it always reminds me of like an explosion. So again, it is something drastic again. So this whole next 18 days for you, or 20 something, it's like going down a pipeline of mystery, or guys, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if it's an explosion, it's something global that's gonna happen, or is there a spiritual meaning behind the word pipeline? The literal sense refers to a system transporting substances. It can have spiritual meaning, particularly in Christian context. Connection to God, lifeline, strength, Holy Spirit, prayer, staying connected, avoiding distraction, maintaining spiritual pipeline, avoiding distraction, trusting in God, gods, whatever you trust in, staying connected to the, Holy Spirit, prayer. Didn't I just say something about distractions in the last read? So I guess with this belief, we're spiritual pipelines. What the fuck? Well, that's a new one for us, guys. It's like chalk that down in the book of Courtney's fucking words, Courtney's dictionary, except this one is actually a word. We're spiritual pipelines right now. I think I just want to get your best advice here. I don't think I want to go deep into like a whole reading with cards, which was like first my intention, but like this feels like the intention needs to be stirred in a different direction. So I want my spiritual's best advice, not another person, place, or thing. This, like you. Okay, so as I'm like doing this deck, guys, like say to yourself, like, I claim this pipeline message, or I need to look into this message, because I don't care about the fucking Matrix right now like that. I care about the Matrix in the sense I care about Earth. I don't care about the rotten fucking human beings. And I know I'm a fucking shitty fucking person for probably saying that, but I am going to try to help the shitty fucking rotten beings. But I could care less if they follow through, because, and I know it sounds shitty, I'm here for Earth. I'm here for Gaia, right? People, I am stuck on stupid stuck on me type energy. Like, it's their loss. There's nothing you can do about it. People are either going to click to it. The right people are going to click to my next adventure, or they're not. Spirit guides and, the dark riders and things like that, they can come clean up everybody else's fucking dirty fucking dumpsters, because I want no fucking part of that anymore. So I know I care about humanity, and I do care about people, and I care about the people who are having a hard time or struggling, or, you're good in life, but you still need to open your eyes and live your fucking life. You need to get out of the fucking Matrix. I care about that. So it's not like claim the message. It's just saying, like, I'm literally saying to the deck, like, what is our best advice for my spirituals that feel like this resonates, or the spiritual pipeline is us? I mean, the second reading we just had was pretty fucking clear. And now this is like, here comes the sun, it's all right. But it's patience. Tell me about memory, please. That was like the evil queen or something. Tell me about memories, please. Got witch. This doesn't want to go in either. You got the witch and the grimoire. Grimoire. Witch. Beneath the veil at night, my thoughts conjure light, shining through the darkness. I am magic burning bright. The grimoire. Wisdom, experience, hidden knowledge. And we know that from the second reading, right? So this is basically telling me you are going to be victorious in a situation here. I do see that spider web. That's creating your own energy. You know, weaving your web, your path, your design. I'm hearing leading the world. Anybody who has a much higher vibration can lead the world. Just too many of us fear certain things. Tell me about our best advice for intention and stillness. You have sabotaging relationships. In the triangle of love, my demons emerge, and I wonder if you will ask them to dance. In the triangle of love, my demons emerge, and I wonder if yours will ask them to dance. I do that all the time. I'm not going to lie. To the point where I'm getting aggravated with it, and Marsha's my best friend. I tell her everything. There's only so many people I tell everything to. And I think I only have like not even a handful of that many people, which is, I think it's a good thing. But I've been doing that. I don't know why I'm an example today. Like I'm not going to lie, it's kind of fucking embarrassing. But I know we all learn from my experiences and the experiences that I've experienced to get us to where we need to be. This is much higher knowledge. This is a different realm. I'm not saying it's the 10th dimension. I'm not saying it's the fucking 4th dimension. I'm just saying, like, you belong to a realm, right? So there is something with love here, and it can come in. But I instantly kind of, I didn't rip anybody a new asshole, but I made it very clear of my own boundaries without needing to actually put my boundaries up. But I did, because they kept saying something over and over and over. So again, miscommunication, but it wasn't miscommunication. It was deja vu, reason for everything, right? But I sabotage. But guys, I've been through so much, and I don't want people in my life that aren't true friends. Like if you're my friend, I want loyalty. I want trust. I'm hearing dignity. I want 100% loyalty. I want you to have my back if I need you, because I'm reciprocating the same way. I don't need people in my life that are just acquaintances. Like I said that the other day to somebody, like clearing out the only thing I have public is Instagram, that I never really go on anymore, and my Snapchat for you guys to see my personal life. But my Facebook is private. Like nobody can see my Facebook. I barely post on that anymore anyway. But I'm telling you, when I sabotage, this could be somebody else sabotaging, but my own experience, I sabotage. But I look at it as just being, I just have high standards, morals for myself. And I'm so sick of what I've been through in my life, and I know where I'm going or where I want to go and what I imagine that. I can't have people in my life that are like sticky or just like, hey, how you been out of the blue? Like, how many of those I got over the fucking weekend? People on Snapchat, like I haven't heard from fucking years, and it's like, yeah, what's up? Like, nothing's changed here. You want to say hi? Fine. And like someone hit me up last week and was like, hi, mama. And then he's like, hey, mama, how are you? And I wrote, I'm fine, thank you. I left it at that. I didn't even ask, like, if he was good, nothing. And he never responded it because he was waiting for me to respond. One other person, Kirk, he didn't even look at the message. I don't know if he has yet or not. So it's like people playing fucking games and it's fucking stupid. People are fucking stupid in the fucking matrix. People are fucking stupid, So like for me, friendship, you are everything to me. And you should be. You should have friends like that. Starry observation. A little piece of cosmic puzzle. Universe only reveals its secrets if you dare to dance with the starry dazzle. And that's funny because this was about dancing too. You're going to keep sabotaging, or you're just going to kind of... This reminds me more about be still, be in the moment. Not necessarily meditation, but intentions. Whether you light a candle, blow a candle out with intentions, flush water down in toilet with intentions, turn light switches on with intentions, turn your light switch off with intention. But it's like you're ready to dance. And I think you will be. Because beneath all of this with the nights comes conjuring light shining through the darkness. I am magic and it's going to burn bright. I am magic and it's going to burn fucking bright. Okay. Grimoire, wisdom, experience, hidden knowledge. We have this. We all do. And I feel very strongly that this reading is also projecting and awakening other people. This could actually awaken you as my spirituals and me, in the sense of like, it was almost like a little awakening for me, but not like a deep awakening, like a normal awakening. It's just like energies being projected and transmitted to you guys for sure. Like that's a given. Take it. Advice for belief. Fox. Enigma, adaptability, shape-shifting. We can all do that. Fox can be sneaky too, so be careful there because I don't really want to get into it, but ghost. In the realm of shadows where memories are lost, the echoes of what is gone still haunts me the most. That's tricky as fuck. I never noticed a toad in this deck. Personal growth, transformation, letting go. Wow, I've never noticed this card in this deck. Fucking adorable. Why is my camera shaking? Tell me about the ghost here, please. In the realm of shadows, when memories are lost, the echoes of what is gone still haunts me the most. Again, it could be... Yeah, I don't even want to get into it like that, though, because I don't think it's relevant. Venomous garden. Beauty conceals truth beneath captivating lies. Beware of the allure and the dangers that in the shadows hide. Yeah, be careful. Somebody's going to want to come around again. And I said this in the very beginning of part 1. Don't take anybody back from your past. If this person has let you down, especially if you're at your lowest and they decide to come back, fuck off. Fuck you. Go kick rocks. You fucking pussy. I don't care if you have the confidence to do that now. I really don't. Is that me being stubborn? No. Because when we let go and people feel that we let go, they want to entangle you back in, right? So for me, I know taking somebody from the past is not good. I'm talking someone you've slept with, fought with, loved. Okay, I'm not talking like a past friendship you consider dating. That's okay. Something like that. But this is telling me this is a past life thing and it's gone and you are going to love again. Try to love again. Because I was that person, like, man, I literally said it out loud. I'm like, I think I don't ever want to fucking deal with men again. Because I'm happy on my own. But I went through a period for a good fucking solid 5 weeks, I'd say 6 weeks, of envy. And the thing is, I have 2 great men in my life, not like my father, he's great, but in the sense of like even being a past lover and one not one, that if I needed that and I said, hey, can I sleep over tonight and you can hold me? Absolutely in a heartbeat, they would. There's no question. But yet I was still seeking it without even realizing like I was seeking it. Like I was going after energies and things that like didn't seem like what even my type, even though I don't have a type. But it was jealousy. It was being envious of what I was seeing. And never once have I ever been envious of Marsh. So that was a lesson for me too. You know, I never cared walking down the street with her and everyone gawks at her. Like that shit has never, and still to this day, doesn't faze me. It was envious of having something I wanted that she had, but it was built on a trauma bond. But still, I feel like that relationship's still going to last forever. And like that person's like, I want to be there for you too, Court, like a really good friend. But it's like, I let it go and dismiss it. And I'm up, you know, like, because Mash talks to him all the time. And I was like, hi, I'm like, I'm going to be honest with you. I did push away from the friendship because I didn't want it to interfere with like me and, you know, Jess's relationship. And he's like, that would never happen. Jess is like, that would never happen. But like, it's such an entanglement. Like, how can you be best friends with the same guy? Like, I think I've just had bad experiences with it. Maybe I don't. Maybe have I? No, I don't know. I don't think I've had a bad experience with that. But like, something in my brain was telling me that I'd be taking away from Marsh, and I didn't want to take away from her. I cannot believe this reading turns into my own bullshit. Freaking can't stand when readings come out like this. So I hope you guys are like picking up on what I'm saying and not just like, it's all right, I'll go through that. Like, I know that. I don't need that. I don't need a fucking pep talk. I'm telling you what the fuck I experienced, and it was fucking miserable and unhealthy. And it doesn't even seem like something I should have even experienced in life. Like, it's just fucking so bizarre. But I put myself in that situation. But I also made a deal with the devil a long time ago, and I've told you that. And I've also, you know, when it came to love or money, I couldn't choose both. I could choose, you know, dark or light. I chose for my kids to be healthy. I sacrificed part of my life for my kids to be healthy. I remember saying that too, and I never finished what I was going to say, breaking conditioning with the kids. But I also sacrificed certain things, and this is why my career is going to take off later in life, because they knew they couldn't alter my state of mind having little children. So I did my job being the love guru, you know, and now it's time to move forward. Not to mention that, you know, it just, the karmic repercussions and the things I still see on the board are aggravating, and nobody should live that type of life. So another reason why I get frustrated, and I think Spirit's like, well, listen, like, this is why we're not going to do normal tarot anymore, Court, because it's just not beneficial anymore. And it could be to a new set of people, but I don't want to keep backtracking and finding a new set of people and constantly teaching the same thing over and over again. Like, my brain is too fucking advanced for me to stay with one thing. And I've figured that out over the last 7 years. Those who have been with me have figured that out over the last 7 years. And, you know, I don't need a pep talk or encouragement right now. It's just kind of like, oh, God, I get it. Like, been there. Like, I don't even understand. So I'm hoping a majority of you are understanding what I'm saying, and you guys are actually feeling what I'm feeling. I'm going through what I'm going through, but just maybe with something else. But the outcome and the advice still remains the same. Transform. So you are going through this transformation. You know, I clearly had to experience what I experienced, but that was me being fucking needy, because I don't need no one. And I was very happy being independent and just having my friends with benefits. I'm not going to lie. You're not sleeping with anybody else. I'm not sleeping with anybody else. I feed myself when I want to be fed. Can't go wrong with that. You know, I know Spirit has also put me in the situation of, hey, I'll give you sex. I'll give you dick. I'll give you whatever you want, Court, but you can't have a relationship. But you'll always have physical needs met. For some people, that's okay. For me, not necessarily. I think I'd like a relationship. I'm not going to lie. You know, playing is fun, but, you know, it's not one of those things that necessarily brings dark energy, and I'm avoiding being intimate with somebody. You know, it's just I feed myself when I need to be fed, and that's it. And I think where I was looking to be fed ended up turning into envy and lack and sorrow and, you know, just shit that I didn't have to experience, but apparently my brain was stuck because of past hurt or past trauma that it needed to be recognized all over again. And that's just not fun. Tell me about transform. You know, it's like little reminders that come with a lot of pain sometimes. Cursed castle. The tower of shadows crawling stone, once a golden cage, now shines no more. So this is telling me you're not the same person. If somebody, you know, you could have broke a family curse here with Saturn and Jupiter conjunct. I think there's a lot of traumatic energies being healed consciously, unconsciously. You don't always have to be conscious of it. It's just your own mindset. And if you were to go into a relationship or anything like that, I still think it would be the right one. It's just how do you follow through with something else, you know, but something is going to take time here. And I think it's more about your mindset, your adventure, your career, your thoughts. Do I feel like there's another person? Yeah, because I wouldn't be talking all this if there wasn't. And again, for me, I swear to God, strike my kids dead. Never thought that that energy would hit me, or never thought that that energy was important to me like that, you know? Because there's so many times where I just feel loved by animals and family and friends. And I don't, you know, I look at other people in relationships and I'm like, whew, I sure don't miss that. But at the same time, I do miss a companion. I don't know if I'll ever be able to have one. I truly think that I will. But it's once I go through like all these little fucking tests and tribulations that they're fucking going in front of my face right now. So I think a lot of you are going to be experiencing little stuff like that out of the blue. And it's like, what the fuck? So if something little like that happens, please try to focus on that and go deeper. Because if you don't, it's going to get harder for the next couple weeks. And we don't want harder. Unless we're in the bedroom, right, ladies? Patience, cauldron, intention, alchemy, manifestation. Yeah, no, you see, you're good. You're breaking something here. This isn't just necessarily curses, right? This is just like, you know what? Fuck this. Self-doubt. The shadows are deep. Fears a doubt creep. The specter is haunting where courage sleeps. So that's worried about other people. So, you know, too, like, don't self-doubt yourself. Like, go through this. And I know since the huge fight I even had with the family situation, that lasted a while. Like, it was huge, guys. Like, I put my foot down. Like, I didn't think I'd have to. I've always been speaking my piece and letting shit go and crystal balls and blah, 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 blah. But when it comes to, like, certain stuff and how I feel, like, when it comes to raising my children and the way I go about living my life, is the way I chose, and it's beneficial for my kids. And like I said, if you're new, I'm that person where I don't care if I have 10 grand in my fucking bank account when it comes to retiring, because I know I can move somewhere and live a luxurious life, you know, on an island, even like just being in fucking nature. And, you know, then everyone wants to be like, oh, but shitty doctors and this and that. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll die in my sleep a very happy fucking person. 10 grand in another country could be like fucking 100 grand. So, you know, it's the matrix. You got to save for retirement. You got to do this. You got to do that. Like, no, you got to have your own fucking mindset. You got to live your own life and do the things you want to do, especially with your own money. Like, it pulls me to the matrix. Like, you know, I can't wait to travel when I retire. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sorry, but it's just, I'm hearing stupid as if spirit's saying it's fucking stupid. Like, you're not living your life. You're just not. If you got the chance to travel now, you only have so much money. Who cares? Do it. If it feels and your intention's telling you, go ahead. If it's the wrong move, you'll come back, your car won't work, there'll be extra expenses, that's if you're spending money foolishly. But if you really need something like that, go ahead. Spirit will make sure you're provided for. And that's the fucking goddamn truth. And I don't say goddamn. And that's not just faith. Okay? Because I'm hardcore in my fucking faith to the point where I thought my family was going to fucking put me in a fucking psych ward. And you guys should be shocked by that, because I was too. All because of my belief and how I plan my future. So this wasn't like a read where it has no value or stature, or this is like one of those reads again that we all fucking need sometimes, right? So yeah, potion, transformation, resources, and change. Yeah, something huge is about to transform for you guys. And if you're in a relationship and it's rough, it could get better, vice versa. You might have to leave it. It could be a work situation too, right? But put your intentions into something that is feel-good energy, and you're going to turn some things around. Others of you, it's you're allowing this transformation. It's part of everything like we just went through. We've been through a cycle for 6 months now. I don't think mine started in the beginning of the whole Venus in Cancer, but it certainly, ever since the fake ass eclipse has been like topsy-turvy too. Because a lot of people, if there's newbies watching, a lot of my OGs, we didn't feel like it was anything, like, which is weird because we sense that shit coming on before it comes on, and we didn't sense jack shit. It had already felt like it wasn't real to us. And then I came across that video. Somebody actually sent it to me like a month or two later. And in regards to all the shit and my predictions from April of 2022, it was like bingo, and we've been in this vortex. But we're still here living. We still have the ability to change, right? But Spirit's also playing a magnetizing role here is what I'm hearing. So if you just concentrate on yourself, because again, a lot of people don't like when I say it, but it's the truth. You come first. Your children do not come first. Like if you're hungry, obviously your children go first, but you also need to take a bite. You know what I mean? But in real life, when it comes to us and human beings, our lessons on earth here, one of our hardcore lessons is we always come first, before our children, before our family. And that's not when it comes to an emergency and XYZ. This is our own resilience. This is our happiness. This is our inner core. This is where we find our peace. This is where magic happens. This is when life transforms. This is when thoughts transforms. This is when you get to fucking live a life that you always saw or felt a thought, imagined. Because you came first. And now, because you come first, now you can help your children. You're not getting with somebody else because a kid's stupidest thing you can do in your entire life because you're worried somebody else is going to do it, shit like that. No, grow the fuck up. I don't want people in my life like that. And I know it's a lesson, guys, but I mean, I'm fucking going to be 48 next week. Okay, so next Tuesday. I'm not trying to fucking play games with people like that anymore. I'm not trying to correct fucking people's shit. It's like we come far enough in life. And again, if you're on my channel, you can be 20 something. And I know you've been through a fuck lot if this message is coming out and you're just on this channel right now. I know I'm not building subscribers for tarot. I'm building subscribers for Dala and prophecies of your modern day searchers accompanied by AI. Not for this shit. This shit is tremendously important. But the energies around it are shit. And it can my own energy, my own thoughts, you know what I mean? But for some reason, I had to experience something that is so fucking stupid and petty to me. But then it made me realize, out of all the relationships I had, even within the marriage, we had great years, guys. But like, ultimately, there wasn't growth there. I grew throughout the relationship, but the relationship didn't grow, if that makes sense. Not the best. How it turned out, not the best. And then everybody dated afterwards, or like, oh, do I want to get into this? Do I not? But everything was more spiritual because I went through this awakening with the supposedly twin, which is a twin, but is really not a twin. It's a catalyst because twins don't exist here. Okay. And they don't exist in different realms like that either, guys. It's not even a fucking word. So stop listening to fucking readers like that. Especially like, I believe in twins and I do this. But yet I believe in them, but there's a lesson there. So let's teach the lesson to people. No, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. How about you just tell them what the lesson is and move past it? This is the problem with fucking tarot these days. People don't know how to fucking teach it. They don't know how to guide it. They don't know how to work with the cards. They're not listening to the fucking intuition. When you're pulling up fucking reads like that with any type of fucking reader, bye-bye. One of the readers, you know who I'm talking about, just posted something today about something like timeless. And I'm like, the fuck? All right. We're doing this timeless shit again? Okay. Because I know a year from now, I don't want to be in that situation because that's telling me I've been stuck for years or an entire year or this and that. And now I got an experience. Now I have to experience that for another year. Fuck that shit. That's misleading humanity. It pisses me the fuck off. Pick your readers fucking wisely. I love you guys to death. I will see you soon at some point. I love you. I love you. I love you. I hope you have a fabulous day, and we all need to work with this energy. And I just heard daily check-in. I don't know. I'm not going to be that one. Come on every day. I'm feeling bad. You know. So check in with yourself. Write on a piece of paper. Put your own squares down. Put the date in. At the end of the night, check it off. And if you didn't do it, do a circle. I don't know, you know. Just check in with yourself. Even if it's, 5 fucking minutes or you're brushing your teeth. Like, damn. I forget to do it to myself too. Like, hey, honey, how you been? You know? Not so great. You know? But I can tell my energy is already shifting. But I can't stress enough, be careful on, if you're new readers, if any of you guys are new right now, I'm not saying don't watch other fucking channels, but they're not going to benefit you. Because you're like, oh my God, that's my situation, and blah, 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 and it's going to come in, and then years later you want to bang your fucking head against a fucking broom or whatever, a fucking wall, because it never fucking comes in, because you have these readers encouraging you that, something's going to happen here, or because it's a twin, or because it's a soulmate, like blah, 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 blah. Fuck this shit. This type of shit, this is relevant. Tarot is not fucking relevant these days anymore, and that's the goddamn fucking truth, because people don't fucking read it the original way it was meant to be fucking read. And that's the fucking truth. If you're not guiding, you're not doing any good. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. And it's great when you want to just like a normal check-in. There's this one suit of cups, Jen, I love her. But I'm very selective with the messages, and I can tell right off the bat if the message is for me or not within the first minute or two. I don't have to hear it out. My intuition's already telling me. And Cancer's season is a rough, turbulent fucking season, and it has been since December 2024. Well, October 2024, but December was like the breaking, was like the, what void are you going to go in? Are you going to choose this portal? Or you're not going to choose any fucking portal, and then that didn't work out for you either. I'm just going to let light flow, let life flow. Well, I did that, and to be honest, it didn't work out for me. Not choosing a portal, which makes me think now I got to choose fucking portals. And this Cancer portal is fucking brutal. I'll tell probably everybody fucking, a lot of readers out there are telling you the same fucking thing. But that's because none of us wised up when the portal first opened with Venus. Cancer's a heavy year for Cancer in 2025. And I didn't realize that until afterwards. And I just got the key. Sharp insight, opportunities, hidden potential. Use it. Use it, Troopaloops. I love you all. I'm sorry for getting like a little angry here and there with certain stuff or stern, but you know what? I'm hearing God damn it again, you know? So we can only do what we can do. And, you know, right now, just, you know, take care of yourself, do a list, things you want to accomplish, things you want to look forward to, like, you know, and make sure you're checking in with yourself. Because that's really our only way out right this second. And to be honest with you, as embarrassing as it is to tell you like all this stuff, it's beneficial for me too, because it's like, all right, Court, like you can't just act like that didn't just happen to you and blah, blah, blah. And blah, 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 blah. I don't know. What's that, like a tower thing? I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. I know it has some type of message there. You know, if you ask me, I just heard breaking free. Breaking free. You know, so I love you guys. Bye.